guys, it's Jen. Okay, my last video worked out. Thank you, Jesus. It uploaded, so I'm trying another one. I hope this one goes through. I just want to give a huge shout out to a very dear friend of mine, B. This one's for you, as well as Static in Wonderland. This one's also for you. And also another shout out to my girl Blue Flame Integration. She's also a tarot reader and a neighbor in PA. And I couldn't remember what other video I shouted her out in, so here it goes again. Much love and gratitude to you guys. Okay, so regarding my epiphanies of today, I'm glowing still. I can't even process this. And pardon my hair, I'm like gently removing old hair dye, so I've been lightening it in the sun. So I feel like, ugh. Anyways, okay. So earlier I was like, all right, I said, I just really could use some guidance toward my life path and decision as far as future in teaching and guiding. What area do I really want to do? And since I study all subjects and topics, I didn't want to conform to just one genre or area. So I was like, all right, I need some guidance. And I took out my Shadowscapes tarot deck. And again, I was just shuffling, and 4 cards just bloop, kind of stuck out. They didn't fall out, but they just were out more than the other deck as I was shuffling them. And I usually just let my intuition guide me. So I said, okay, that's my cards. And no kidding, like, I cannot make this up. This is why I had to do this video tonight, especially because of the comments regarding the Wheel of Fortune card has come up. This is thrice for me anyways, and so I just wanted to show that I did. One of them was the Wheel of Fortune, okay, and that is number 10, and that represents an element of change, like what we are seeing in current world events and universal events right now, and personal, even our consciousness awakening. It is an element of change, such as the rich becoming poor or the poor becoming rich, and things kind of reversing from old structures and ways that they've been. So I thought that was just so cool. My mouth dropped when I saw that was in those 4 cards. I was like, wow, I gotta tell them this because they're just never gonna believe it. So here it is. I also pulled the moon, which is here, and that one is also dealing with cycles, and it has to do with romance and wonder, like an awakening. Or maybe if you're someone like me who has yet to find their twin flame or true love or counterpart or whatever you want to call it. I'm 42 and I'm like, I don't think it's going to happen for me. I think my divine partner is not in this realm. I don't know. So if I had to go with my instinct and my intuition, there is someone in my life, but the odds are just, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but my divine partner that would be like so just balancing and equal. I have, visions of that, but we'll just leave it at that. So you never know. Maybe this is it, maybe it's going to happen. Who knows? I also pulled the Justice card, which is regarding law, truth, justice, obviously. The fairest decision, the Libra scales will be balanced. And for those of you who know my personal story, I have a current ongoing case right now for custody of my son, and so I thought that was a divine message that things are, wrongs will be righted, justice will be served. And anyone that knows me, I'm all about truth, justice, equality, fairness, right is right, wrong is wrong, morals, ethics, like truth teller and IDGAF, like good, bad, beautiful, ugly, and brutal. That's what a lot of people don't like about me is I'm gonna tell you the truth, and it's not gonna be some gold wrapped turd that I'm gonna hand to you all beautiful and pretty with rainbows and glitter. It's gonna be the honest, brutal truth, and that's what I'm about. So I thought that was really cool. And finally, which I was in a meditation today, and I saw this vision of, like, if you picture like heaven being brought down to earth or something like that, right? And to me, I see like this kingdom in the clouds and castles and like all kinds of just cool stuff. I'm not going to get into the details right now, but when I envision that, that's what I picture. And so I pulled, and before I show it, my numerology number is 7. And that's always been like my number. And even, through life, people say, oh, what's your lucky number? And I'm like 7. And they'd say, oh, everybody's is 7. And I'm like, no, truly mine is 7. Like, no one ever believed me. So, but it is. And that is why. And so I pulled number 7, the Chariot. And lo and behold, look at the picture on there if you could see it. Sorry, my hands are shaking. I'm super excited and nervous to do this video, and it's literally like what I saw in my vision of like the kingdom in the clouds there, and unicorns. I see them. And funny thing is, the energies, the Capricorn, which I'm a Capricorn, and my eldest son, Stephen, he's a Cancer. His birthday was just the 13th. And this is a big year personally in my life for me. Again, that's why I said the crossroads. I'm at that, fork in the road. What am I going to do? What path? And this is it. This is my year. I'm convinced. I know it. In my gut intuition, I can feel it. I know it. So underneath here is the crab, which is the sign for Cancer. And I thought it's like so prophetic. And if you could see I'm glowing. I can't stop smiling. It's so true. Seek and ye shall find, ask and ye shall receive. If you want to know answers to deep soul questions, and you just say, all right, God, my angels, my guides, my protectors, please, I'm trying to solve blah, 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 or find out blah, blah, blah. And you pay attention, whether it's synchronicities in the time, or numbers, or a song that plays, or a memory of something, or you may get a smell, or you may picture a color, or just, it could be a number of things. Don't put things in a box. So the Chariot is meaning overcoming conflicts, okay, and moving forward in a positive direction. So that's like telling me confirmation. Yes, I am discovering my soul self, and I'm on the right path. And also with commitment that you will be victorious. So I'm like, yes, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Like, I can't even, I'm so stoked today. I'm so super excited. And B, I wanted to show you this too, because sometimes when I get messages, they're also transcribed. I'm not like a light language speaker. I get codes and visions and messages, and I journal and write. And sometimes when I'm in meditation or I'm coming out of dream state, I keep my pen and my journal right next to me, because sometimes my hand will just, and I'll have to like hurry up and write down everything. And then I won't even know, like, consciously know what I'm writing, and I'll just kind of be in that trance state, blah, 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 and then I'll look and I'll be like, oh, holy crap, okay, that's cool. So this is what I got today regarding our thing with the separation as far as the dark and light, good and evil, whatever you want to call it, the underworld and the or the upper astral and the lower astral, whatever you want to call it. So to me, it just gave me some peace knowing that I felt a lot of grief. Like I was, I have very deep connections with, I guess you could say, dark guides. I don't really know how to explain them except to use examples such as Hades or Anubis or ones like that maybe guide those who are in Hades or hell or the underworld or the lower astrals. You have guides no matter where you are, and they walk you through those karmic travels, okay? So for me, it is the representation of the yin-yang sign. There's still dark and light, or the infinity symbol, the sideways 8, right? Where you're separated on each realm so that, none can harm another, or you're not bashing heads anymore, but you're still connected at that counterpoint, right? That point in the middle. So I wrote separated but still bound. So we're not technically losing those we may embrace or love, whether they're dark or light. We are still connected. It's just that the battling and the combat and the trying to outdo one another is ending. Now it's going to be like to each his own, or the old Wiccan rule that says do as ye will and harm ye none. Like you can do your thing. And I picture it like, imagine separate worlds, and they all have like a force field around them, or an amniotic sac or something, where it's impenetrable, so they can't get out and do any harm, we can't get in and do anything. It's just do what you're gonna do, but don't hurt me. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna hurt you. Or not that I would hurt anyone anyway, you know what I'm saying. So that's what I got today. I'm going to try to work on channeling some more Mars energies, because it's really profound for me today, and I know there's a message there. So it's like it's right there, and it's like, Jen, like, we need to tell you something. And I'm like, okay. So I'm going to work on that this evening, and I will let you guys know. I've also seen the time 7-11 the past couple of days. I jotted that in my journal here too. So if that means anything to anyone, I would love to hear it, your thoughts on that. And one last thing. The reason I don't always 100% profess exactly very personal details is because I harbor self-doubt still. And I don't doubt God. I don't doubt my angels, my guides. I doubt myself. I always need that, like, confirmation, because it's always, oh, am I right? Like the kid in the class that's afraid to raise their hand, but they know they have the right answer. That's me, okay? And that's deep-seated from childhood, like being the geek and, nerd in the front of the classroom, the genius girl, and it did a lot of damage to my psyche because I was so different than everyone else. And I realized that, yes, my intellectual capacity, which was found out at a very early age in my childhood, it wasn't just about that. It was because I held a lot of universal knowledge. I just wasn't aware of the intuitive side or where it came from or who I truly was. So I'm looking at Earth life like my parents, oh my God, my child's a genius, and blah, blah, blah. So, it's like I spent 4 decades now with my greatest blessing becoming my greatest curse, because it has kept me ostracized and rejected from society for a very long time. And I don't fit in, and I wouldn't want to anyways. I love who I am. I've always been like a down-ass, good-ass person. I give the shirt off my back to somebody, and I always try to be kind and just give advice and all that. So, and I've taken my more than my fair share of beatings, literal, figurative, metaphorically, in this lifetime, very much so. So, what I discovered is that I had to, because in this lifetime, that was my mission. I had to cram in as many experiences by trying as many different things as I could in a very short amount of time, because 42 years on Earth may seem like, 4 decades, that's a long time. But universally, that's a flash of an instant. It's a nanosecond, so I had to experience that, get the take on that, participate in that, be that. And I downed myself. I'm like, man, I'm a fuck up. Wow, but no, that's what I chose to come and do. I chose to experience as much, take as many risks, because without experience, how can you ever hope to guide or lead others if you don't have the background to say, hey, I've been there, and here I am today. And so I just thought today, it's like Epiphany Day. I feel so awesome about the answers. I don't know what to expect. I know I get kind of like quantum vision in the future, as far as seeing many different possible theoretical outcomes and blah, blah, timelines, whatever you want to call them. And I can multitask them all and get to the quickest solution very easily. So that's my gift, and that's what I hope to do. And so with saying that, I also just wanted to end by saying that this year on my birthday, which is another synchronicity for me, this is why I know 2019 is like the make it or break it year for Jen. This is it. As far as my birthday, which is December 26th, that is the annular total solar eclipse as well this year. So coincidence? I don't think so. Anyways, so I'm learning about myself. I would love to help give any tips to anybody else who maybe is trying to find out their, origins, their soul tribes. Not that I'm some expert in that. I can just give tips and things that help me in this journey, and you never know. I firmly, honestly, 100% totally believe that we, as star seeds, light workers, whatever you want to call it, leaders, guides, coaches, teachers, mentors, we are here to awaken each other and activate each other. And it could be just the simplest thing, and you'll say, oh my, you'll just connect on that same wavelength with somebody else, and they could be across the entire world. So I honestly believe that now is the time that soul tribes are coming together, and families, and I think it's really awesome. You guys are like, this is my therapy, because I don't have that in 3D. No one, seriously, no one. And you guys, it's like meeting you, it's like almost feeling like I'm coming home, or like it's my sister or my brother. And when I say that, I truly mean it. I don't, I'll tell you I love you, and we've never even physically shaken hands, but our hearts are connected. We're on the same wavelength. We're, just right there with each other. And I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate you, because without you guys, who knows? And I don't even want to entertain that thought. So I'm sending all my love to you guys, and peace and blessings. And I pray for all the peoples and nations of this world right now with the tensions. I always do. And for Mother Sister Earth and all her beings, which are beautiful, for healing and fruitfulness and prosperity. And, we got this. And I'm going to do a video tomorrow, hopefully, God willing, with my POS phone. Oh, but, whatever. It is what it is. I hope everyone has a restful, peaceful, blessed evening, and stay safe, everybody. Much love and peace.